Hey guys, Michael Forst here at the Forst Trucks Install Shop. Today I've got a Kenworth T680. This is a 24 model, and we're going to be fitting our visor on here. This is a drop visor. This is actually 17.5-inch drop here. Now this is made for a W990 that has a factory visor on it. It'll bolt up in the exact same mounting locations. This truck here obviously does not have a visor on it, so we're going to mount this to that roof cap. All right, so up here on the roof, you can see I already got my cab lights removed. Our mounts are actually going to sit right over these locations. So I've got some plates I'm going to have to plug these holes off with, obviously except for the one going to my new cab light. It's on the visor. But what I'm going to do now is cover this surface with tape, protect the paint as I'm fitting that, and also give me a place to draw out all my mounting holes. All right, so we're just fitting this visor up on here. We have yet to put one on a truck that has these deflectors on the side of the pillars here. We got some interference right here. So we're going to have to adjust this bracket to move it out so it can clear it. So we can take it down and try some modifications to it. So what we've got here is a little bracket on the end that supports the outside edge of the visor. What we're going to do is just take this bracket off and just manipulate this out a little bit further until we find a place that fits, and just make a longer bracket for this. So what I'm going to do next is actually kind of disassemble this visor and take this center bracket here and lay this out on the roof and get it marked, drilled, and actually mounted with a gasket underneath it, of course. But I'll have this mounted, then I'll bring the rest of the visor up to it to lay out these end ones. This is just too many pieces and adjustments and variations to try to lay out all my holes at one time, even with two people helping you hold it up while you're drawing on the tape. So this is my piece for the center bracket. I'm just going to draw me a center line and draw a center line on the roof cap. And I've just got to find the center of this roof cap. I'm going to use this cab light hole as a reference. Looks like my widest point there, about 5 1/8. That'd be 2 9/16. I come off each side just to an arbitrary number that looks pretty close to centered. In this case, I'm going 35 inches. Going from that seam in the roof cap over here toward the center, and 35 inches this way also. Now I've got two lines. Obviously they're not falling directly on top of each other, but I know that they're equal distance from the ends. And I can measure, or I can just eyeball the center of those lines. If I tape measure the straight edge to draw my line all the way across here too. So I'm just going to cut a little hole here so I can see, kind of get a little visual on the structure inside this roof cap here. And it looks like if my holes are at least 1 3/4 off the windshield, I'll be in good shape. I'll have room for a nut-cert to set in and the bolt to go into it without it hitting the structure inside or coming out below it and, you know, tearing up any upholstery or plastic trim up there. All right, I can see line for my holes in the bottom row of the bolts. This will only be loosely mounted when I mount the rest of it, so I can tweak this a little bit as needed to get all the other ones in and then come back and tighten them all up. Actually, before I drill anything, I'm just going to compare, just to make sure everything's as center as possible, how far these holes are off the edges of these lights. But these all look good, so I'm going to come through here with a drill. I'll pilot these with about a 3/16 or 1/4 inch drill bit, and then I'll oversize those to a 17/32, and I'll put a 5/16 threaded insert in each one of these holes. All right, so here I got me a simple homemade nut-cert installer. I'm using a 5/16 nut-cert in this. I've just got a steel bar with a 5/16 hole in it and a 5/16 bolt. And I'm just screwing the nut-cert onto the bolt. Insert that into the hole. Tap it in there a little bit. Make sure it's in there all the way. And I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit at a time until I can't turn it clockwise anymore without some major force. Alright, so I'm going to put a bead of silicone around this surface where this light was and in those screw holes. I'm gonna go ahead and put my covers on here. I'm going to put a little more silicone around where this wire comes through. Last thing I want to have is a water leak up here after a busy job of doing a visor. Just going to clean this off so the gasket has a clean place to seal against. Alright, this gasket's got an adhesive side on it. I'm going to line that up with these holes as best I can. Before I mount that, I want to put some silicone in all of these holes. In the center of this bracket, we're on like a 990, there would actually be a mounting bolt there. It actually falls right in the center of that cab light, so that's actually where I'm going to run my leads through for the clearance lights on the top of the visor. I run those through that. Get a few bolts in here, started kind of far apart. So I'll do this just by a ratchet and socket or a ratchet wrench or something where I can keep a good feel on how tight it's getting or if it's up against some kind of resistance. That's as tight as I'm going to go with them for right now. As I tighten that, it kind of changes how these two mounting pads kind of move. I don't want to crank it down and have them turned inward or outward too far to get my studs to line up with them. So I think my next step would be to bring the visor up here, but then I can actually position each side bracket here to get it centered up and down and evenly and everything, and then lay out those holes. All right, so I've got my visor mounted to my center bracket that was already attached to the cab, and at this point I'm just now going to mark each end bracket's location onto the cab. I've got tape covering the cab here above covering the light where it goes. I've got a trick here by a shortened up pencil and a pair of vice grips. I should be able to get between this visor and the cab through all 4 holes. So there's all the holes marked. Now I'll pull the visor back off and I'll check out my hole locations. There's a lot of slot and adjustment in each one of these brackets. So there's a good chance that this bracket is not sitting in the exact same location as this one is. So I'm going to bring it up to find a happy medium height-wise and side to side. I need to make sure that my bottom bolts, like the one here in the center, are high enough up that the nutsert or the bolt won't interfere with the structure inside there. So here are the marks left from tracing out the bracket onto the tape on this roof cap. And you see these light pencil marks right here are where the bracket was sitting on here, but this is much lower than it was on the other side. And that's where I need to compare both sides. If I'd have drilled this hole right here, obviously my brackets would have been low, but this also is so low that I'd be interfering with the structure inside of the roof, inside the ceiling of the truck. So I kind of did a little bit of favoring back and forth and settled on these darker ink pen circles using a pattern I made off the plate. This would get me equal height off the window and off the edge of the roof. Like I said, these brackets have a whole lot of adjustment into them. So this being higher by ½ an inch or so, I have no concern that that's not going to line up with anything. I've got so much adjustment here, so much adjustment in each piece, but this will get me even off the window, even off the side, and I should be able to get this right on here. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and drill a pilot hole through each 4 holes on each side, and then oversize it to my 17/32 and get a 5/16 nutsert put in each hole. All right, so I'm going to put a bead of silicone around this surface where this light was. I'm going to go ahead and put my covers on here. I want to put some silicone in all of these holes. All right, now I get my gaskets applied to the brackets and put the visor up here, hopefully for the final time. I want to compare it to something on the truck, and about the only thing I can see is looking underneath to see where it lines up with the windshield rubber. Pretty much if I keep lowering myself down, that rubber will appear at the same time, left side and right side. But little bit I can actually get my eyes on, that looks like it's even. All right, so I've got the mounts to the cab tight. The center bracket part is all tight. There's 6 bolts on the bracket section here and 6 of them on this bracket section, and a total 8 that go from the cab bracket to the center structure of this visor. So there's a lot of nuts and bolts to get to. It has that much adjustment to be able to get everything in line. This is just a really complex windshield and roof for a bracket to fit to. This was quite a bit of work in getting this visor engineered. All right, so we got left to build. I mean, this visor required a little bit of rethinking because of these, I guess you'd call them a fairing or a wind deflector here on the side of the windshield post. That this side piece was curled in a whole lot more, but we have to let this thing sit out. So they need to measure from this mounting hole to this stud plate and make a new support for that before I can tighten that up. I'll get our fab shop guys over here, work on that. I've got the other 3 bolts already tight, so I know that the plate is solid to the visor now. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up these 2 bolts right here on that part of the bracket. As complex as it is, it has a lot more structure to it than just about any other visor out there, whether it's made by us here at Forst or any other manufacturer. Yeah, this thing is not going to move at 100 miles an hour. So what I got left to do then is I'm going to go ahead. I got my lights all wired with a harness up here, and I've got a pigtail that I ran out of the cab from the center cab light. So I just need to connect these 2 leads together and make sure our lights work. You can see we got our lights on, wire secured. I'm pretty much done except for making that little end support. So before I climb off this truck, I'm going to go ahead and wipe the windshield, wipe the roof cap, get our air filter housing put back on, and everything else we need to do can be done from standing on a ladder there by the mirror. So here is our mounted visor.